Hi, welcome to Cry Scream Relax. I am quickly getting ready just to run a couple of errands. I look tired as hell, but it's cool, it don't matter, we'll deal with that later. So, I had a dream. I had a dream, and it's so prevalent to when people are trying to level up or have a glow up or they are starting a project of something. And honestly, you should always start any of that and not tell anybody. Seriously, hustling in silence, it's a big thing for you trying to, oh God, I nearly chucked my pencil, for you trying to level up. So, I made some songs on Suno. Not finished, it was like verse, chorus of 2 songs. And I'm a very creative person, so I love making things all the time. And, it's not because, I just like it. It's not going anywhere or doing anything. I just really like it. It's interesting. And I made these 2 songs and I'd sent them to both my brothers. And they didn't respond. They didn't respond with anything. And I thought, okay, that's fine. Like, maybe they're just not interested or whatever. But you need people around you who are going to be like your biggest cheerleaders, who are going to be your biggest supporters. And a lot of the times people have a negative energy that they somehow, through the frequency, manages to penetrate your boundary. And that's not healthy. A lot of people are secretly jealous or envious, and you'll find that a lot of successful people will always say, I had people telling me, oh, that's too risky. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh, if I won't do that. And it's because they have their fears, and their fears they're trying to put onto you. And that's not the case, because you are obviously creative and ambitious and driven enough to even try to start whatever it is that you're starting, a glow up, a level up, a project. So I had a dream last night that I was laid in a room, and I was like this, itching my head, and then when I looked at my hand, it was like wax. Like, it was very pliable, and the more that I itched, the more that this wax was there, and I sculpted it into like a sphere, and it had like a honeycomb texture, and it was all like bronzed and shiny, and I was like, wow. And I'd walked out of this room into another room, and my mother and one of my brothers was there, and I was like showing them it, and they just sort of ignored it. But when I walked into the room, there was a microphone stand and headset, and they were singing something. So I knew that the dream was reflecting what was going on in my life, because they ignored me, but they were trying to do something that they couldn't do. It sounded like a cat's choir. And then, so I was like showing them, like, look at how like intricate it is, and look at the honeycomb, and they just weren't interested. And then I seen a clock on the wall, and I was saying to them, like, what time do we need to leave for this thing? And they were like, oh yeah, you've got plenty of time, we don't need to leave till like 6. So I was like, right, okay. And that was it. Like, I put the ball down, and that was the end of the dream. Okay, what is that telling me? Straight away, it is telling me that I sat quietly in a room and molded something. That is me doing all the, the planning, the strategicness, the getting all this form together. And then I have, like, even if it were a prototype, it was like, oh, look at this. And me being so excited and wanting to share what I'm doing, and for people just to be like, not interested. Now, why do I need to seek external validation? I don't. Because what you will find is that I can't remember what the saying is, but people always say, don't ask somebody who doesn't have experience a question. Like, if you want to start a business, you can't go and ask information from people who've never started a business. You can't take advice from people who've never started a project or done anything, because they don't have the answers for you. And it's their fears of, oh no, I wouldn't do that. Oh no, that's risky. Oh no, that doesn't seem like a good idea. It's all of their negative because they're too scared to dip the toe in or take that leap and do, something creative. And the fact that it was a honeycomb shape, well, the honeycomb represents bees. Bees are hard working. Bees are constantly working and, doing things. They have a project of collecting all this honey, pollen, and making this honey. And that to me is like where I'm at in my life. Like I am on, like, getting on with all these projects, and I'm doing things and I'm working hard. I'm a little worker honeybee, and nobody's interested. Nobody's interested in that. And I was like, and then the clock on the wall, I think that was representing it's like putting pressure on yourself for a time frame of, if I don't get it done in this amount of time. And that again is because of outside people. So if you've been doing a project for 3 months, 6 months, a year, 18 months, and then they'll be like, oh, you've been working at that for a really long time. It doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. No, I wouldn't do that. That is there again, because again, if you ask any successful person, they will tell you, it took the 3rd try, the 10th try, the 15th try before something became successful. You've got to fail first. You've got to fail so that you understand what to do next time. And it's when you fail that people are like, oh, well, yeah, I wouldn't have done that. But it's like, don't listen to them, because they're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything. They're not on the same level as you. And I think when people, especially young people, if you are wanting to, do something, be successful, have, a project of whatever, if you don't have people in your corner who are like, oh my God, that's amazing, they are your biggest cheerleaders, your supporters, and they'll also give you constructive criticism, but not in a way where it feels like it's a negative. They're the people that you want. You don't want people who are just straight up like no, or people just don't seem interested. The only validation that you need is from yourself. If you have a belief that you can do it, then you go after it. If it fails, that's fine. You've learned all these steps along the way. You know what not to do next time. Hustle in silence. Don't let everybody's negative fears project onto you. Put up that invisible boundary. Put up the invisible cloak. Go away. Hustle in silence. And I'm telling you, you will feel 10 times better, because I have realized that when I do things and I don't tell people, it's like the universe sprinkles a little opportunity, like more opportunity seems to come my way. Whereas if I'm like so excited and wanting to just share everything, it's like nothing happens. And then that reflects back on me, because then I'm like, oh, well, nothing happened and maybe I shouldn't do that. And then that negative, and it's because you just need to keep your ideas to yourself. Keep all that shit to yourself. Don't tell anybody. And I'm telling you, opportunities will come. Hustle in silence, my friends.